We gonna make it.
Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Sonny Edwards, speaking to you for the second time. Privilege. First of all, you didn't take you long. You're back to work a week later.
Man, I'm unemployed now. I'm unemployed.
Yeah, employed.
I was unemployed until today. But yeah, just getting involved in as much as I can, to be honest. You know me, I'm not one to shy away from the screens or the cameras or the people. Yeah, man, it was a great show tonight. Obviously, we had Ed Hardy, my fighter that I manage, on, setting the pace nice and early. I thought Kez Ashfaq was a bit unlucky, but I thought Levi Giles done a tremendous job of making it a fight for the whole 30 minutes. I thought the Jack Bateson Quartermain, I thought even though it started very scrappy, it was heating up. Some shots were landing both sides, and then both of them got cut with the same clash of heads. They went together again, clashed heads again, and they were bad cuts, so I think it was the right thing to do. Look, I've got a face full of cuts. I know how hard they are to fight through, and yeah, I reckon we'll see both of those fights tonight again. And I would like to see the winners of both fight each other.
So would I. What about Izzy's announced 4 signings tonight? Dante Dixon, Tycee Gallagher, Shakan Peters is announced already, and Jimmy Floyd Flynn.
Yeah, I know all 4 guys, and I'm happy for all 4 of them. I'm good friends with Tycee. Me and Dante, we know each other from Sheffield. Shakan, been around the circuit, boxing the same shows. Jimmy Joe Flint, been training, been in the same gym. So big shout out to all 4 of them. I think Izzy's doing a fantastic job with the shows. I think the Zone were smart for getting behind him, and hopefully these shows, long may they continue. And the Zone is genuinely the home of boxing globally. And yeah, the more content, the more shows, the more fights, the more proper fights, the better. And I think tonight we had the pleasure of 2 really well matched co-main and main event, and unfortunately the main event didn't catch fire the way we'd like, and it ended way too prematurely with the cuts. But you know, that's boxing, that happens sometimes. Like I said, I'd like to see both of them fights done again.
Quick word about yourself, Sonny. It's been 7 days. You announced your retirement last week. 7 days on, still same mindset?
Yeah, man, ready to go, ready to take over. I'm actually just getting called for the final talk on the studio, so I'm gonna have to wrap this one up.
So, Sonny, we've talked about the card. I wanted to talk about you. You've had 7 days to think about your decision. Where do we stand right now?
I'm retired, man.
Yeah.
Fully, man. I'm never coming back.
Never.
Fuck that, man. Boxing's hard, man. You not see Danny Quartermain and Jack Bateson's heads after 2 rounds? It's a savage sport that we're involved in. You know what I mean? It's a savage sport, I'll be real. Nah, man, I'm happily retired. I'm more than happy. I've done my innings, man. I've done my 20 years, man. I've done my stretch. You know, people have done less for murder than what I've spent in preparing and training and fighting, just to maybe be good enough in people's eyes. All them years spent to maybe be worthy to watch or not watch, or care about or not care about. And I'll be right, I'm spent. I've burnt from both ends for a long time. I haven't just been fighting. I've been managing, I've been training, I've been commentating. I've burnt the candle at both ends for a long time, doing everything, doing absolutely everything. So, you know, for the last couple of years, I started enjoying the outside of the ring more than inside of the ring. And yeah, man, I'm here, man. I love boxing, and I love every opportunity it's ever given me. But when your heart ain't in the ring, man, stay out of there.
I spoke to a lot of people since your fight, and everyone's got contrasting opinions. But you know, Dom INGLE, I did an extensive chat with him the other day, and he talked.
And I was actually well educated, DOMINIC INGLE, yeah, and I did go to school every day, 100% attendance. My dad didn't let me miss days off school, yeah.
What grade did you get? Because that's another thing he raised a question about.
Okay, then without doing any revision, without even trying, GCSEs, I got 1 A-star, 7 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, and I got a BCC at A-level. Without trying. I went to university. That's why I'm in Sheffield. I only came to this city. Do you know how? But you know what? I was smart enough to come to uni and go with Grant Smith and not try another single trainer from Sheffield. That's how smart I was. That's how smart I was. And for, you know, at the time of who people would have picked or should have picked, and now who people would pick and wouldn't pick, I think I made my answer. But it was a great interview, actually. I did have a lot of time for it, but yeah, a lot more educated than Dom gives me credit for.
Apart from the education side of it, did he make good points about, you know, he felt that you might have clocked that months ago?
Yeah, only banter, to be honest. To be fair, I think a lot of the things that Dom spoke was spot on without knowing me. So yeah, shout out to him, man. And yeah, I would love to sit down and do an interview at any time. Like I said, the only comment he said I used to say about him was that all his fighters were failing drugs tests, because they were. You know what I mean? But after that, I have no issue with no one, man. My ego left my body a few years ago, man. I'll be right. It's not there no more how it used to be. I used to love it, but now I'm just chilling.
Last thing I want to ask you is, a lot of people had opinions about your coach. Chris Williams is working the corner. All the coaches I've spoke to have said Chris did the right thing, he ready the right act. Basically, did the job he was paid to do. However, the only person I can think of top of my head, Shane Watson, he went in quite a bit. I don't know if you saw his tweets or not. Did you see him?
Yeah, but let's be real, and this ain't no slight on Shane Watson, because I think he's alright, but he should never have ever had a job or role in boxing. He don't know nothing about boxing. He doesn't. He's never been in it. He's never been in a ring. It doesn't have to be, but he was asking interviews and all of a sudden the full guy for a management company. Let's be real. That's what happened. And then he got the sack. So, you know.
Did he make valid points about he felt that it was dangerous for you to be in there? That's what the point he was trying to make.
No, I hear that. But what I'm saying is his opinion isn't even one inside the conversation. And anyone that can, you know, slag Chris or... And that was me. That was me in there. And Chris did the best and got the best out of me. I wanted to be in the fight by the third, fourth, fifth, sixth round because of Chris. I felt like I owed it him. And I'm glad that he did exactly what he did. I'm glad that he didn't show me no soft touch and get me out the ring. Like, 'cause I wasn't saying it for that. He was just trying to inspire me and give me, I'm just saying, I don't really want to be here, so it's not really working, you know what I mean? And I probably needed that talk to get out a couple of rounds, I'll be real. And I did. Physically, Yafai's body was far superior to mine in there. In the ring, in my mind, before really. I didn't have great faith in what's inside my body, I'll be real. And that's a hard thing to lose faith of when you've had so much faith in it and it slowly dwindled with injuries, with, you know, things getting harder. You know, I remember starting camps before and feeling really strong by the end of them. Now I get to the end of them, I feel weaker. And that's not a physical place to be in a boxing ring. So, I'm not trying to be mean, just trying to be straight up with Shane. But thank you for the support. But man, my trainer didn't do a single thing wrong. I put him in a very fucking hard position. I am a world champion fighter, #1 in the division, yeah? I've called him up for a big fight. No, it's no come up, no warm up fight, yeah? During camp, we started 8 weeks out, yeah? I put him in a tremendously hard position. And I thank Chris, and I'm still a great friend of his, and I'm glad I shared that, and I'm glad that I had Chris in that corner for that time, because I do genuinely think he told me what I needed to hear. And people can say, oh, what about this, or you should have done that, or you shouldn't have done this, yeah? I'm a man, I'm a 28-year-old man with 2 kids. I make my own decisions, I put myself in my own positions, yeah? I was just honest in that moment when I didn't think the cameras could hear me. I'll be real. I was saying it to Chris.
You know, I don't shy away from hard questions. This is the last one I've got for you, yeah? Bit of a tricky one. In the comments, there was a lot of people saying, if you had that kind of mindset, why did you go into the ring? Because people paid to watch you fight. What do you say to them? Because I was thinking about this. How many footballers retire, but they're still going to give it their all? So ultimately, the question is, you were still going to give it your all, or should you have gone in or not gone in that mindset?
I tried. I was trying to convince myself. I didn't tell no one. I didn't speak to no one. I didn't, you know, bring it into reality. There were thoughts that was in my head. I'll be real. And I for the first time ever, I've been dwelling on sessions. I've been dwelling on sparring sessions. I've been dwelling on injuries. Normally, it all just bounces off me. So I don't know why. I don't know if I've hit an age in a corner. I don't know if I had an ego death, like some people have said. They might be right. I'll be real. Like anyone I thought I hated now, I know I don't. I don't hate anyone. I think we're all the same. Every feeling you felt, I felt. And I don't know. Once upon a time, I wanted to be championed and like pedestaled up as this great fighter that was better than everyone and couldn't be touched. And that kind of just faded. I had it and I was doing it and doing it and doing it. And it weren't good enough for anyone. The moment I lost, everyone wants to be nice to me. Even after this fight, let's be real. Like, everyone's been more nice to me than not. Like, so it doesn't really matter, man. Like, and I don't know, I just lost that same desire of the competition that I had, man. I don't prepare the same way all these other fighters. I don't prepare the same way that I prepared 4 years ago. So, be honest with yourself, man. I can make excuses that my body's falling apart at the same time, but I'm not putting myself through the same things that I should have. So, you know, I know it's when it's not in me no more. I didn't think that would happen. I thought I was going to get in the ring and still be good enough. I was retiring after the fight, and I meant it. I would have probably retired maybe after Bam Rodriguez fight if I beat him. I weren't going out on a loss. And I know that seems shocking to so many people because, you know, people don't really know what's in my head. You know, when you say words out loud, now they become real. Until then, they're just thoughts in my head and I can dwell on them for as long as possible. I genuinely thought that the action would kick in, fight week would come. I got excited. I loved the ring walk and I thought, here it comes, and it just didn't come in my body. I don't know why. And maybe I'm just making all the excuses in the world, and maybe Glau was just that much better than me on the night. Maybe. I don't know. He hit me hard and he caught me clean early, and then I was trying to dig myself out of a way of a hole, and I was really trying. Like, I was trying, but you know when you don't have that same wind that you used to have? Like, my ankles, that I can't put the same pressure on them. I can't move them as fast. I can't move them as powerfully, as precisely. I can't do it no more. I have to wear ankle supports to get in the ring. I have to have my wrist injected to get in the ring. Like, I have to have missed weeks of training because of fucking injuries that pop up. Like, it's got to the point where I just really feel like I'm getting patched up, just go back to the ring. But on all my doing, and, you know, I want to live too long to see my kids grow up and see their kids to be taking months and years of my life every time I get in the ring, because I'm the best name in the division. I'm the biggest name in the division. I've stepped out of it and it's been more about me than the person that battered me. Person that punched my head in for 6 rounds. All around the ring, corner to corner to corner to corner.
Does he beat Bam Bam?
I'll be right, I really like Glab, but I don't think so. But a proper fight. So let's get on. But Bam is really good and good at a few different things, and I think he might just find the target a little bit easier, and he hits a lot harder than me. But I would be rooting for Galal as a Brit, but I'll just be rooting for Bam. I'll be rooting for the division. I'll be rooting for, you know, people under 5'5" making a lot of money when they get in the ring. Because, you know, before recent history, mine and Galal's fight was the biggest flyweight fight in Britain in 40 years. 40 years.
No doubt you're going to be in the commentary box when that fight does happen. So, Sonny, all the best, brother. Go and enjoy your night. Don't tell us what you're going to do. Or we know what you're going to do. Yeah. What number is that? Is that the 5th, 6th, 7th of the day?
No, I'll be in Monaco. Got a good job. Got a good job.
How many is that? Is that the 4th, 6th, 7th of the day?
It doesn't matter. I'm retired now.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, because, like, just for context.
Well,
we gonna make it.